All right, hello again. Well, I hope you enjoyed that page, and welcome you back to how to make a YouTube video training part 2. Well, as you can see, perhaps you got the message on this page that there is quite a bit to learn, and there are substantial amount of things that we have to learn, but it's no big deal. It's like building a house with bricks, one brick at a time. You just take your time, and you learn as you go. Well, so what do you need to learn? Methods of creating videos is one thing. I can't even talk today. We can do that on a camera. We can do it on an iPhone. We can do it with a webcam. We can do screen capture. We can do, with professional software, with editing, really cool stuff. So, a camera, we can just set up a camera, do a video, and it'll record the sound as well. You can do it with your iPhone or smartphone. And we see a lot of videos like that today on YouTube, and the problem is that the quality is not that great. And we can do webcam. I personally use a lot of screen capture. What you're looking at right now is my screen on my computer. And we can use professional software. We can use free applications. We can use paid-for applications, paid-for software. There's a lot of things to learn about that, but we're going to go through that. The main page of this site, how to make a YouTube video, the website, it's going to be a really long page. We're going to have a lot of videos, and then we'll probably have a training videos tab as well. But anyway, show your face or not, the pros and cons. There's something about having your face on there, about connecting with your visitors, maybe their prospects, and, getting to trust you, getting to, learn more about you, getting a feel for who you are. Because let's face it, the internet can be a place of a lot of scams. But there are pros and cons. If you're a good-looking woman with a pretty face, well, you might do very well. Then again, if you're middle-aged or something like that, young people might, reject you because you're old. So there are pros and cons. I happen to use screen share because I'm a mentor. I do a lot of online marketing, and I'm a mentor and a coach, and I teach other people how to make money online. That's what I do, as well as make money online for myself. But I do screen shares, and I don't show my face because the majority of my students or people that I associate with, they start out and they're pretty bashful. So if I can show them how to do a YouTube video and I'm not showing my face, I'm just using slides, they right away feel, oh, I can do this, and that's the point. That's why I do it. So slideshow like this, I do it on PowerPoint. There's free applications out there. You can do it, and it works well because, you have a script that you can read from. Screen capture, if you're taking a walkthrough showing someone a how-to video and walking them through a website, or showing them how to do something online, it's great. I mean, you can see, they can watch over your shoulder and see it on the video. Recorded webinars, webinars by themselves, you can make quite a bit of money doing webinars, but that real life aspect, that real time, things that can go wrong, sometimes it's better to just do the webinar on your own and record it, or when you do webinars, record them, and the good ones you can put online. Size and resolution, that's important. Nobody wants to sit and look at a fuzzy video, or they can't read, or they can't see what the pictures are, or they can't see the screen. So that's really important, and we're going to teach you about that. Annotations, that's little bubbles that you can pop up, or a little website that pops up here, click here now. We'll show you how to do that, and special effects, especially with videos, is really cool. Keyword research, that's something that you got to learn. I know it sounds complicated. It's not. We use some free tools. We have some paid-for tools, but basically what you're doing with keyword research is you're building your video around the question. What is a person asking for when they type into Google, how to make a YouTube video? Well, there's over 6,600 people per month that type in those exact words. Hence the reason why I started this website, see? So if you understand keyword research, you can answer specific questions that people are actually typing in, the exact words, and that's what the search engines look for. They want to give the person the correct answer. If you give the answer in the exact same words that the person asked the question in, you have a higher chance of getting on the search engine. Categories. There's a lot of different categories in YouTube, and if you pick the wrong one, you won't get found. You pick the right one, your chances go right up the flagpole. Titles and tags. I could do 3-hour training on titles and tags. But how you structure your title, I just mentioned with keywords, it needs to meet the exact question that people are asking for. And tags is a keyword, but it's like a secondary or a third keyword. Okay, so you can have a main keyword, and then a tag is a secondary keyword or a third keyword. Writing a powerful description. I could go on and on and on about this. This is so important. 97% of the people don't do it on YouTube. They don't do it correctly. And that's something that you need to know, and that's something we're going to teach you. Links and backlinks. It's all about links and backlinks and directing traffic. That's what I do for a living. I write content here, I write content here, I do videos here, and I just direct traffic, to get the visitors their answers. That's all. That's all. I just teach people and show them where to go. Bookmarks and timestamps. Again, this is something that people don't do properly, and Google loves this stuff, and Google owns YouTube, so you need to understand that. How to make money. Now, do you want to make money? Do you want to make YouTube videos for fun? That's cool. If that's what you want to do, then it's not that difficult. Or do you want to make money? If you want to make money, well, it's a little bit more difficult, So there's a lot that you need to learn. Now, you can do pay-per-click ads or pay-per-click on YouTube. So when the video ends and there's little video thumbnails that pop up, those people paid for those spots. Say they're related to the video that you did, but they paid for those spots. On the side, over on the side, there's little videos that are related to your video. When a person comes and searches for your video or watches it over on the side, those are ads. And if people click on them, somebody pays for that. Now, you can earn money, but you need a ton of traffic. And personally, I like making money all day, and a little bit here, a little bit there is fun. Pays for the gas and pizza, whatever. But, to make a living off of pay-per-click, you really got to be good. Another way to make money with videos is affiliate programs. I love affiliate programs. But you got to pick the right ones. You can get ones that pay you 5% or 10% or 15% of what that product is. In other words, if somebody clicks and goes and buys that product and you were the one that sent them there, well, you can make some money. But there are programs that sell digital products where you make 100% of the profit. Now, those are the ones that I go after. And I could show you how to do those too on our site, Lead-System.Biz, because that's what we specialize at. This is what we love to do. We want to make the most amount of money that we can from a video. Just explain and do reviews. That's all. With affiliate programs, you don't have to sell anything. That's what I love about them. You don't sell anything. You just explain how to do something and send them off on their way. Or you do a review on a product and let them go. Some people will buy, some people won't, and that's okay. Bottom line, you need to learn a little bit about this, okay? And that's what this site is about. How to make a YouTube video. This site, we're going to teach you. It's brand new as I'm writing this or doing this video. It's brand new, but we're getting there. Like I said, the main page, and we'll probably have other pages. It's going to have a lot of videos walk you through step by step. But we can learn a little here and a little bit there. We can search on YouTube and Google. We can spend hours and hours and hours and hours searching to find the answers. That's one way of doing it. But you got to stop and ask yourself, like I do, how much is my time worth to me? Now, on this site, we can teach you a lot on this site, or we can learn a lot faster and from folks who make a lot of money. Now, my personal experience, I always invest in me. Okay, I have no problem whatsoever in investing in me. Investing in my education, my training, for me to learn a little bit more, it helps me make more money online. That's the bottom line. And my education always pays me back. I don't care. If you learn something about what you are doing, how you make your living, if you learn how to do that better, the profits keep coming and coming and coming in. See, that's a principle. You just keep spending money on education for yourself so that you can do your job better, or you can do your career better, and whatever you spend on training will be inconsequential because you're going to make it back. And for me, myself, education, it always pays me back, and big time. You know, it'll just keep paying me and paying me and paying me. Now, I'm going to teach you a lot on this course. I've learned from some of the biggest people in the business. My mentor makes over $100,000 a month. So I learned a lot from him. And I'm going to teach you a lot on this site. I really am. We're going to have a lot of videos, a lot of content. The site's going to get bigger and bigger. You can go to Lead-System.Biz, as I teach a lot on that site as well. But I highly recommend that if you're going to get into YouTube videos, I highly recommend Tube Traffic Mojo, because I knew a lot when I started making videos, and I learned I was doing it all wrong when I got connected with these two guys. When I learned and started getting into this Tube Traffic Mojo, man alive, it taught me so much. So there's so much to learn. So you can learn as fast as you can, and I would recommend from the guys who make a lot of money from YouTube. So you can click on this site, and if you're on YouTube, right below this video, you can click a link that will bring you to this page to learn more about this course. And this course isn't just, when you land on this page, it's not about the, I'm not trying to sell you the course. When you go there and you watch the little introductory video, when it opens up, there's going to be training along with this. You're going to learn from this, and I can even send you an additional training that these guys did where you can learn a lot without even ever taking the course. I mean, you can just request that from me, and I'll give it to you. But these guys know what the heck they're talking about. And for me, for instance, like I was doing videos branded under my own name, you know, Dave Weber. So I have a channel, you know, with YouTube with Dave Weber. Well, that's fine. And it was about this subject and about that subject and about this subject. But one of the first things these guys taught me with Tube Traffic Mojo was that's the incorrect way of doing it. See, my Lead-System.Biz, that is a website totally devoted to getting leads online, making money, generating leads for people who are into multi-level marketing or network marketing, or they're into home party plans. I can show you how to get customers. I'll show you how to get more leads and more prospects and more, you know, people that join you, you know, on that site. But that site, that's all it's about. That's the only thing that site is about, is how to make money on the internet, how to get leads for network marketing or whatever. That's what the site is about. See, that's called a niche site. And what I learned from Tube Traffic Mojo is that's the exact same thing that you have to do with YouTube. You see, you have to do that with YouTube. Everything about that YouTube channel should be about a specific topic. And nobody knows this stuff. So when you take a course like Tube Traffic Mojo, these guys are showing you that what 97% of the people out there do not know. And these guys learned from the best in the business. And what's really cool is they make over 5 figures a month within the first 6 months of doing YouTube videos. So if you're trying to replace an income, invest in yourself. Check it out. So if you're looking at this on a slide share, you know, you're looking at the presentation, you can click right here and go to that page. If not, if you're watching it on YouTube, right below this video is a link, and there's a description. You can open that description up and read more. But right below this video on YouTube is a description, and the link is right there that will take you right to this page. You can learn more about Tube Traffic Mojo, and then you can go to the page and watch the video. You can learn more from them directly, but I highly recommend this course because I've learned so much from these two guys. And it's not just learning from these two guys, you're getting connected with these two guys. You know, they're going to become your friends. You're going to be emailing them back and forth. They'll be able to answer questions. It's phenomenal. So invest in yourself. Invest in yourself. And this is Dave Weber. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I'll see you on the inside. Bye.